Hello and welcome to Wise Words with Ditie and Tobi.
Tobi.
Yeah, that's my mic. So today we're gonna sort of focus on the scripture Matthew 5:16, which says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven." And from there, we're just gonna follow on from our last talk together and talk about friendships and how within our friendships we can shine as lights for God. So, yeah, I mean, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I think I already said last time that most of my friends are Christian, so I feel quite at home talking about God and everything to do with that with my friendship group, especially especially when we talk about verses. And because there used to be Christian club in school, but since last year, since COVID, we actually haven't had that.
What did you do in Christian club?
It was kind of like Bible study in church. It was just my friends and I, because I was friends with I think I was friends with pretty much everyone that went there. So it was kind of just us, laughing and talking about God. So it was kind of that was where I felt most accustomed to, because I was surrounded by my friends and I was talking about a subject that I'm very interested in myself, and I can tell that everyone around me
Was engaged.
yeah. So it was an intellectual conversation, and so I felt that I was learning something every time I went there. So it was not only I was having a laugh with my friends, but I was also being enriched at the same time. And I feel like that also can come down to God as well, because God will teach you a new thing every time, even if you're reading the same verses. You can learn something different every single time. And I think Pastor said that many times. So I feel like that's what happens for me, and I can just talk to my friends about that kind of stuff. So I feel like that's quite good, and I feel like you should all get you some friends who you can talk to God about.
That is
Because
100% the truth.
that's one of the best things that you can have, really.
That's when you can open up about anything that's on your heart, and also know that you have people backing you who will pray for you, who have a relationship with God. They can take it to God on your behalf. When you can't find the right words to say, when you can't find the right prayer to pray, you've got people who are there for you. You hear that?
Yeah.
I'm a rapper. So, yeah, this topic came to mind kind of recently because, being in the third year of my uni time, most other people's degrees are finished, so we had a yearbook, which was pretty exciting, with all the quotes and all the stuff that you'd expect to see in like the American-style yearbooks. And I remember one of the quotes that someone left on my page was, "Thank you so much for all the Christian values you've taught us," which I was like, oh, wow. I didn't explicitly teach you any, I thought, but that's brilliant. He did say Christian with a small c, but we'll forgive him because it was such a nice gesture.
You'll let him off on that one. Allow him.
I remember after reading that thinking, okay, where did he get these Christian values? And first of all, what have I been doing that's worked for him? And what should I now be careful of, knowing that people are watching me and watching how I behave, knowing in their minds that I'm a Christian. So that's why this verse came to me. And I basically remember several conversations we've had about why being a good person isn't necessarily a sign of being a Christian, and why other people have been put off of Christianity by people who are Christians but didn't act like good people. So, when you and your friends are like talking together, when you're together, what kind of things do you notice in your friends? What kind of characteristics have you noticed in your friends that make you think, okay, yeah, these are Christian friends that I have here?
I think because all my friends are, especially when we're in public, they're all very polite, and I feel like even small things like please and thank you doesn't come out of other people's mouths as often as you think it maybe should. And I feel like that's all got to do with what you're being taught at home, everything like that, because my parents are always saying, oh, make sure you always say please and thank you. And I feel like not everyone gets that, which is, when I first saw people that don't say please and thank you in public, that blew my mind.
It's surprising.
That definitely blew my mind. And I had to talk to them about it, and they were like, wait, what do you mean? I was thinking, oh, so you don't say please when someone, can you get this for me, please, or something? Or thank you for this. And I was stunned. My eyes were wide open.
They actually see no problem with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're like, it's fine, they'll still do it. I'm like, that's not the point.
What's your problem with that?
Yeah.
Because I saw this verse, I think it was yesterday, I think it was Proverbs 16 verse 19. It said, I think it says, better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than divide the spoil with the proud.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of spoke to me and said, that you should always make sure that you're nice to everyone as if they were above you, not as if you're talking down to them, because I feel like because I think I've always been empathetic and thought, if I was that person, how would I feel in that situation? So for me personally, I thought that verse kind of explained everything that I'd been thinking about that situation.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It also says in the word that God resists the proud and exalts the humble. So if you humble yourself, you're willing to talk to anyone, whoever you're talking to, just get on their level. Unless they're too high up and they're acting as if you can't get on my level. In that case, take the clue that they've given you, take that red flag and leave. Run. So I've found that there are, like where I am as well, there are a lot of homeless people at university, just out on the streets. A lot of people who I think just get treated, well, not even treated, they just get ignored as the day goes on. In the evening, I mean, sometimes I feel terrible, but really and truly, I don't have a coin in my pocket myself to be giving to you. But I want to say something, do something. I just feel like I can't do anything. But then you also see that there are other people who see these same people you're seeing in the same situation, and they find it either a reason to laugh, a reason to be completely indifferent, say it's not my problem, that's your problem, too bad for you. Or they're actually just nasty about it, and it's something that, I don't know, it irks me in a way that I can't really even explain. But I think that could be one of the reasons that my friends, when seeing me or seeing how I sometimes handle situations like that, where someone will come up to me even randomly, even at the times when I want to say that I don't have any money on you, others will be like, sorry, I've got no money, and carry on going. I'll be like, I don't know how I say it exactly, because I mean, I'm not in the moment now, I'm not going to act for you, but I just come out of it. I just come out of it and I feel like, okay, thank you, Lord, for helping me to handle that without them either hating me or me coming off as an obnoxious person. So, yeah, that's something that's come up.
Big thing. As it says, as I'm being told, Proverbs 19 verse 17, he who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he will pay back what he has given.
This is the word of God.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite a good thing to have, and everyone should be able. I think if you're not able to give, then it's okay to receive. It's okay to receive. It's a good thing to give, and because giving is what you should be able to. But if you don't have said means, receiving and therefore being able to have everything to give to the Lord is such a good thing. And I feel like even if, because me personally, I've seen people that are less well off than I am, even though I'm a young child, and I've wanted to give to them, but me personally, I don't have anything to give. So at that point, that's when I feel really bad.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
But the only thing that I can do at that point is kind of pray to God for them. And I've done that as I'm walking, and I've said, oh, Lord, please help this person. And I feel like that for me was a really, that makes me feel good about about this situation, and makes me think, okay, I have helped someone, and the Lord will help them, but I have prayed, and I have been an intercessor for them, as we've been learning. Go check previous videos if you haven't. Learn more on the subject.
Yeah. Because once you've interceded, God will then send the person who does have the means to help them, someone who can do what's needed to be done in the situation. Also, what you said about giving and receiving, when you receive, you're one step closer to being able to give. So it's not a bad thing to receive. So yeah, we've talked about just politeness, empathy, some things that you'd like to see in friends. I mean, I tend to think that the reason I chose my friends is because I see qualities in them that either I admire or, I'm inspired by. So things that I can say I see in some of my friends, that they're disciplined, they're hardworking, and they have like a good balance with enjoying life and getting down to the nitty-gritty at times. But I don't know, sometimes I think, what is it that can be seen in me that others will then think, this is why he's my friend? And it's something that I think about when I'm like reading the Bible for myself. Also, us being young men, when we're thinking of when we grow up, who we're going to marry. One thing that I think is, if I focus on myself first and make myself into the person that I want to be, then the person that I attract will be someone who is either on the same level or someone who can improve me even more.
I've heard, look for qualities in someone that you aspire to be yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's that you should work on yourself enough to be able to attain those qualities, so that you can look for them in as a person, so you can be like them. And I feel that's what I'm trying to do, me as a young person, because
we got time.
yeah, I'm working. Since I'm working on myself and trying to be a better person and everything like that. So I personally think that I should be able to look for I'm trying to phrase this right. I think that I should be able to look for someone who is kind and caring, because I personally hope and I pray that I have those qualities, or that I will gain them. So
you got some people agreeing with you right now. What?
So in that, I want to be able to keep working on myself, and make sure that as I get older, I keep those and don't stray. So I feel so when you pray to the Lord that you will not stray from the path, that's what it means for me. So that's what I feel. What about you?
For as long as we're living, I think we should be growing. So every time a new situation comes up, we're asking God for new guidance. He's been through this before. He knows what should happen, what shouldn't happen, what we should avoid, how we should act. We can always go to him for wisdom, I think. And no one in this world is wise enough to know everything. Also, there's no one in this world that you should look down on, because there's nothing you can learn from them. So everyone has their little bit of value that you can take. Everyone has something that you can give to them as well. So that's what I think life is about. Life is about giving and taking. So I still want to be able to take things that will help me to give to more people. So I don't want to be just taking.
Give
But
back.
Exactly.
Give back.
But at the same time, just giving will run you dry, because you'll have nothing left in the end. So, once again, it's all about balance. You need to find a balance in life. And
you don't want to give until you want to give, until you yourself feel that you're given enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, that's where God will keep telling you, at this point it's okay to receive, and at this point it's okay to give.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, I'm talking facts right now.
You're talking facts, you're spitting facts.
I have to, again, as I said last week, I've got to give myself one of these. I feel like God will tell you where you need to go, mm-hmm. and that will help you wherever that happens. So you'll meet new people, and they'll help you with your journey, and they'll help you to do everything that you like. And it's kind of, be careful who you keep company with, especially the people you're around all the time. Mm. And it's always be careful who you stay with, because that's how you'll stay.
Mm. Psalm 1. So when you whoever you're with is how you'll be, because you're learning from them. Everything that they give to you, you take, and you'll keep that, and that will turn out who you are. And I see Proverbs 13 verse 20. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Proverbs keeps it simple.
Yep.
Keeps it 100. It's just basic. You can see right there. So, I mean, the things that we've been talking about are summed up right there. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. You yourself do not want to be a fool that will destroy everyone around you. You want to be a wise person who will help others to be wise. You want to edify and help grow the people around you. You don't want to be a burden. No one wants to be a burden. No one wants to be around someone who is a burden. So, just make it nice and easy for everybody. Look in the Word, learn from God, learn the kind of person you want to be, and strive every day to be better than you were yesterday. And if that don't beat the band...
No, I don't know what does. Yeah, you don't, be thinking, huh? And if, you don't want to be, thinking you're the better than everyone else. You don't want to be
thinking you're the bee's knees.
Yeah, you want to just be, staying humble and being with wise people who will teach you anything, and they have different strengths to you. As I've heard, you'll always learn something when you're with them, which is a good quality. And I think you want to find you some friends who will challenge you.
Thank you for listening. We've been Ditie and Tobi.
Thank you,
now.
and good night.